Good evening.
Good evening.
On behalf of Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industries, it is a great pleasure for me to welcome Shri Sanjay Jaju, ASO Defense Production, Shri Praveen Kumar, DDG Defense Production, all the panelists of today's program. For paucity of time, please pardon me that I am not mentioning individual names. My members of Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industries and other organizations and members of media. I would like to talk about Gujarat Chamber. We are a 72-year-old organization having more than 7,000 members directly and about 2 lakh members indirectly. We are having about 200 associations associated with us, and our reach is throughout Gujarat. So all the major chambers of commerce of Gujarat are our members, and we are connected to the entire trade and industry fraternity of Gujarat. We are very actively involved in advocacy, business promotions, knowledge programs, and foreign trade promotions. Last year, we have started an initiative of supporting the MSMEs into supply of defense. I am very happy to share that our defense committee, under the chairmanship of Mr. Piyush Tamboli and co-chairperson Varsha Adhikari, is doing excellent work. In the last two months, we have done more than 4 to 5 events to support the MSMEs. We've also started a help desk, which Piyush Bhai will tell you. I don't want to take much of your time. Let us start the program. And once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you very much. May I request Sri Sanjay Jaju sir to give his welcome address?
Thank you, friends, ladies and gentlemen, and all my esteemed partners in this mission that we have to bring defense manufacturing and design and development capabilities to our country. I'm very happy, and I think this is my almost third interaction now with the Gujarat Chamber of Commerce, and all of you are aware that next month, from March 10th till 13th, we're holding Defense Expo this time in Gandhinagar. And now we have all set to, embark on the Defense Expo that's going to be one of the biggest events that we have ever done. And besides that, it's also a right time when the world is now recovering from the COVID onslaught, and the businesses all over the world are gearing to work in concert and, again restore back all the supply chains that got disrupted during COVID. All of you are aware that we have made rapid strides in our capabilities in terms of our defense design and manufacturing, and we are not just using this for meeting the strategic requirement for our services, but this also is becoming an economic imperative for us. It's in this regard that I wanted this particular conference to happen, so that because Gujarat is a new entrant, I mean, we've except for few players, we don't really have a major defense and aerospace supply chain and ecosystem in Gujarat. While we have a very robust industrial base in our country, arguably one of the best in our country. So we thought, this will be a great opportunity that as a precursor to our DEF Expo that's being held, we can get them to have interactions with the major players in this sector. I think first round of interaction with our public sector companies was done. I think then we had an interaction with our other important stakeholders, and today we have the global OEMs, and I can see in the list all the major global OEMs are part of the discussions today. And the idea was that you could look at them as not just a valuable partner. But we open this platform and a channel so that when you go to the Def Expo, and I'm sure most of you are participating in Def Expo, you'll get to see all of them in the Gujarat Pavilion and possibly even outside. And that will be a great opportunity for the industry in Gujarat to benefit from the experience of many of you. So it will be almost a win-win proposition because you can look at them for your supply chain. I am aware that many of the global OEMs have huge offset obligations to discharge, and you are looking at good, viable, and feasible opportunities for discharging your offsets. So possibly you could add them to your list of Indian offset partners, and then it becomes a good launch pad for us when we go to the Def Expo. The idea was that we do all these preparatory work so that by the time we reach Gujarat and Gandhinagar, and when we do our event called Bandhan Day, that's our marquee event that we do for engagements, we should have a sizable number of engagements happening with the uh, industry, including both startups and MSMEs in Gujarat. And that should be one of our important outcomes and deliverables when it comes to Def Expo. So I'm very happy that we have a very good participation. I can see close to about 120 participants from all over, and I'm sure Gujarat Chamber will continue to play this catalytic role. And I'm also confident that the industry would look at multiple opportunities. I know in a multilateral forum and through a video conference, it may not be possible for you to look at the B2B engagements. But I think this is more to familiarize you with the industry there overall. And then broadly, when you reach Gandhinagar, you would definitely have known some of them. And then possibly during your in-person meetings there, you will be able to forge these partnerships. So I'm very happy that all of you have joined in large number. And I'm very confident that you will have a meaningful interaction, which would pave the way for many such engagements to happen during the Bandhan event. So the Gujarat Chamber and all of you for making it to this very important webinar uh, that we wanted to do with the chamber. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jaju sir. Friends, I must say that Jaju sir has been very proactive. He has been pushing us to do the programs, and his support is tremendous. I am sure that Gujarat will benefit because of his support. Thank you once again, sir. Now I request Piyush Bhai Tamboli, our chairman, to take over for the next program.
Thank you, Hemant Bhai. I'm audible?
Yes.
Okay. Shri Sanjay Jajuji, Additional Secretary, Defense Production, Shri Praveen Kumarji, DDG, Department of Defense, Shri Hemant Bhai, members, good evening, all of you. As you all know, Government of Gujarat is very keen in developing aerospace and defense hub in Gujarat, and they are very, very keen. More and more companies should come and invest in Gujarat, and they are their policy is also coming up with so easy and encouraging people that they should come and invest in Gujarat, and they have given a lot of benefits. I am giving you some overall view about the Gujarat and then investment opportunity, etc. So can I request Chamber to start the presentation? Gujarat, first slide. Next. Gujarat, you can see that Gujarat 18.4% of India's industrial output, 20.9% share in India's first capital investment. It has 42 ports, a national highway more than 6,600 kilometers, long coastal highway 1,500, close to 1,600 kilometers. It has also attracted 50 FDI So more than 20% is the export. Next. So Gujarat growth engine of India contributes 36% of manufacturing sector, over 3.445 million MSME in Gujarat, which is a heart for any aerospace and defense entrepreneur state with more than 4,000 startups, rank in top 10, especially for ease of doing business, ranking, presence of engineering clusters, biggest benefit of the Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor and defense freight corridor. This is a great advantage if you invest in Gujarat. Over and above, next. Over and above, Gujarat has a capability to become an aerospace and defense hub with most robust and reliable medium and small scale companies. So 17 operational airport and airstrips and upcoming international airport at Dholera. Presence of 35 R&D facility focusing on manufacturing sector, availability of continuous land parcel for the testing range, major tier one aerospace and defense company like Raytheon, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Rafael has invested in aerospace and defense in Gujarat. Presence of engineering cluster in MSME to support state aerospace and defense plant. Private companies have received 20 licenses for setting up aerospace and defense manufacturing unit in Gujarat. Investment opportunities specifically for land-based system, naval system, aircraft and helicopter, defense, electronics. Next. So Gujarat is a home for remarkable facilities like Space Application Center, National for Science University, Goodsell, Rashtriya Raksha University at Gandhinagar, IDSR, etc. So, and there are a lot of good companies who are already doing good business in the defense sector like Larsen & Toubro, Reliance Defense and Engineering Limited, Adani Aerospace, Defense Systems, and Investment and Precision Casting, Alicon Engineering, Jewel Aerospace, etc. Ujjwal Products, Abhyuday Bharat Mega Defense Cluster, etc. So there are a lot of companies have already invested and looking for more and more opportunity if any foreign OEMs want to join for the JV or a transfer of technology or offset partner. I would like to also inform everyone here that Dholera is a dedicated plot developed by government of Gujarat. They have all kind of facilities ready. It's like a plug and play. So all the infrastructure is ready and government of Gujarat is ready and already announced a lot of incentive if you go and invest in Dholera. So there is a So government also announced a policy of 2016 that capital investment subsidized by to MSME up to 25% of capital investment, 100% reimbursement of stamp duty, interest subsidy up to 10 crores per annum for the next 5 years, up to 90% GST reimbursement, other subsidies like power, tariff, skill development, R&D, all this benefit is available if you invest in Gujarat. So there's a big opportunity as well as a possibility of getting good support from the government of Gujarat. Next. There's a big, the big project, the K9 Vajra T program is a landmark project done in Gujarat. The program to build 100 howitzer. Larsen Toubro awarded the contract in May 2017. 100 howitzer built in L&T Hazira, Gujarat facility. The Vajra T has a 155 mm cannon with range of 18 to 52 kms. Built with technology transfer from South Korea, defense major Hanwha defense and with sub-assembly from MSME of Gujarat. So Gujarat Chamber of Commerce is the apex trade and commerce body for the state of the Gujarat, conceptually vendor development program for MSME and to set up MSME defense and aerospace help desk supported by Abhyuday Bharat Mega Defense Cluster, they are going to help us, all our SME and all the companies who need any hand holding, wherever they have difficulties, they are going to help us. It's already started last, I think, 10 days back. So this is a great advantage for MSME company to take, and this will help us, all the companies. So, boosting aerospace and defense sector in Gujarat through supporting, empowering medium and small scale companies. So it's I request all the foreign OEMs, please look into the Gujarat is a great opportunity for investment with good initiative by government of Gujarat, and lot of opportunities they are giving, and a lot of benefits is giving. Thank you. Varsha, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Piyush Tamboli. Just to take your dialogue forward, that how Gujarat is so well positioned to take up this opportunity. I think we have, out of so many capable industry players, because of the time paucity, we have here 3 of the players who would showcase their capacity. So may I request Janam Tamboli from IPCL Bhavnagar to briefly present their product and capability.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. I am Jainam Tamboli, President for Aerospace and Defense Division for Investment in Precision Castings Limited.
Just a minute. Can you make it in a presentation mode if possible?
Just one second.
Yeah.
Better?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So, Investment in Precision Castings Limited, or IPCL, was founded in 1975, and it has been a listed entity since 1976 on the Bombay Stock Exchange. We are the pioneers and technology leaders for investment casting in India. And as of today, we offer our clients investment casting, vacuum investment castings, rapid prototyping, which is 3D printed patterns, machined turn parts, and composites. We developed our technology by collaborating with reputed global technology leaders from USA, Germany, and Japan. And as of today, we offer a wide range of products, including ferrous and non-ferrous alloys, which include cobalt-based and nickel-based alloys as well. Our weight range goes all the way from as small as 8 grams to 300 kilograms, giving us one of the widest ranges possible for investment castings. So what differentiates us from others? First and foremost, we are the oldest company in India doing investment casting, and we have one of the most experienced team. Our average experience of our personnel is 15 years, and it goes all the way up to 35 years in some cases. Apart from our team, we also have a great facility, which includes every possible value-added service possible, including radiography, hipping, rapid prototyping, wax blend manufacturing, core manufacturing, etc. And we have the certifications to match the quality required by our clients. Speaking about quality, we are an EN 9100 aggregated company, and we also have NABL approval for our lab, and we also have NADCAP for our non-destructive testing, which is FPI and MPI. Apart from the NABL and NADCAP approved facilities, we also have other facilities such as radiography, which will soon be NADCAP approved as well. And we possess all the required instruments to measure and make sure that the castings that we produce are of the utmost quality. So far in our history, we have made several castings for the aerospace industry, and for that we have received a type approval certificate. We also have a gold medal from SME, which is a body of ISRO. In 2014, we received an award from ICI, which is the Investment Casting Institute, for development of aerospace castings in India. And in 2017, we were voted as the best company of the year. So here is a snapshot of the people we are working with so far. We have a full host of companies from aerospace and defense industry. And historically, we have been working mainly with the automotive sector, but as you can see on the chart on the right side, we do see a huge potential for progress in the aerospace and defense sector. And to cater to this growing demand, we have set up a dedicated plant with a capacity of up to 60 tons per annum, only dedicated for aerospace and defense manufacturing. Some special facilities that come with this plant include a vacuum induction melting furnace, aluminium melting furnace, hot isostatic pressing equipment, and radiography testing in-house. Apart from castings, we also do a range of machining services as well. At the moment, we have 46 in-house CNC machines, and we have 17 dedicated vendors who work only for IPCL. We have machines which are vertical milling centers, turning centers, turn mill centers, and we have machines installed from reputed brands such as Haas and DMG. So here's just a snapshot of some of the castings that we have developed. It includes a range of different industries such as automotive, EGR coolers, turbochargers, medical implants, etc. Here is a snapshot of some of the components which we have machined. These are defense components used in light machine guns and rifles. And there are also components for torpedo launchers and parts of submarines. Here's a snapshot of some of the aluminium parts that we have done. On the top left, the two castings you can see have been developed for our light combat aircraft Tejas. And we have been working with various entities to develop parts such as air turbine starter parts, flight control apparatus for light combat helicopters, and night vision mountings for rifles. We also have developed several vacuum castings for industries such as turbocharging, and we have experience and we look forward to growing this business as well. So in December 2021, about 2 months ago, we received a transfer of technology from DRDO for ceramic core manufacturing. These cores will help us in making super alloy castings in the near future. And as you can see from the image, we received this technology from the hands of our Honorable Defense Minister Rajnath Singh himself. Just to final few notes, we are always open to learning new things, and we are open to collaborate, have a joint venture, an offset partnership, or a transfer of technology in development of vacuum castings and composites to even higher levels. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jainam. Now, may I invite Commander Chetan Sharma from Alicon Engineering.
Good evening to you all. Welcome to Alicon Engineering. I'm Commander Chetan Sharma. I'm heading the marine business of Alicon. Ma'am, should I share the presentation?
Yeah, you may please. Thank you.
Yeah, we are Alicon group of companies. We are about 15 group companies of Alicon, and today I'll be mainly speaking about Alicon Engineering, the gearbox manufacturers. It's been now close to 71 years since our inception, way back in 1951. And we had a full-fledged gear manufacturing division established in the year 1976. Our facility is spread over an area of 6 lakh square meters in Anand, Gujarat. We have the most modern gear manufacturing plant. You can see the certifications which we have of quality management system, environmental and health and safety management systems. Our works have been approved by IRS, both the foundry facility and the gear manufacturing facility. We have our presence in Thailand, UK, and USA in the form of Elicon Redicon, and Elicon Benzler is in Netherlands and Sweden. Coming to the marine gearbox manufacturing that we do for Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard, I would like to share that we have supplied 6 gearboxes for Shivalik class frigates of Indian Navy. The power rating of these gearboxes is 22.3 megawatts. They were supplied way back in 2010, and all of them are working as per the design specifications. Just to share with you, we have done this in technical collaboration with Rank Germany, as we have done many other projects with Rank Germany also, which I'll be talking about now. We are working on the P-17 Alpha class of ships gearboxes, 14 in number, again in technical collaboration with Rank Germany. The rating of these gearboxes is also 22.3 megawatt. They will work in combined diesel or gas turbine mode on the ships which are under construction in Mazagon Dock and Gandhi Shipbuilders in Kolkata. Now, just to share with you, proud to be part of the indigenous aircraft carrier which is being constructed in Cochin Shipyard, and our gearbox, once again in technical collaboration with Rank Germany, is undergoing sea trials, and the trials still now have been very successful. The gearbox is performing extremely well as per the design parameters. The rating of this gearbox, which operates in combined gas turbine and gas turbine mode, is 44 megawatts. Few other gearboxes that we have supplied to Coast Guard, mainly for the offshore patrol vessels. They range anything from 1.5 megawatt to 10 megawatt. All these have been supplied over a period of 3 years. And Elicon is proud to be giving complete life cycle support, be it spares or servicing for all these gearboxes on Indian Naval and Indian Coast Guard ships on both eastern and western seaboards. Coming to our manufacturing infrastructure, you can see a bird's eye view of our gear division, which is, as I told you earlier, it is located in 6 lakh square meters of area. This is a inside view of our workshop, one of the most modern workshop, gear manufacturing workshop that we have. Just to give you a idea of our capacity, we have a fabrication capacity of 200 metric tons per month with a single component of 20 metric tons weight. We have all kinds of machines, welding robots. You can see the make and type of machines that we operate with for our gear manufacturing. These are the hobbing machines that we have, the spiral bevel hard cutting machines, the profile grinding machines, gear profile measuring machine. Then this is the heat treatment process that we carry out in our gear manufacturing facility. We do it up to a dia of 2600 mm and a length of 2900 mm. Just to show you the Kodok gearbox casing machining, which we did for one of the Indian Navy gearboxes. This is the one for the Indian aircraft carrier, which we did before we started assembling the gearbox. This is the 3-coordinate measuring machine, which we have. The painting booth. And here you can see the capacities that we work on. A shaft length of up to 1.5 meters dia and 5.5 meters length. Hobbing machine of it handles 3000 mm gear dia, heat treatment, and CNC profile grinding up to 3000 mm dia once again. We do our own assembly. We do our own road testing. This is the gearbox for the P-17 Alpha class of frigates that we are doing the testing in our workshop. We have our own laboratory, which is approved by NABL. Thank you. Thanks once again.
Thank you very much, Commander Sharma. Now I request Bhushan Sanghvi from SAPL. Can we have Bhushan Sanghvi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Thank you GCCI for providing this opportunity. I am from Sangvi Aerospace Private Limited. We are an exclusive electrical wires and cables manufacturer for aerospace industry. Our company is started in 1991 with primary agenda to indigenize the electrical wires and cables used by Indian aerospace industry. We have a complete capability to design and develop electrical wires and cables as per different customers' requirement. We have full-fledged manufacturing as well as comprehensive testing facility for product qualification and lot acceptance testing. We have a fully qualified, trained and very experienced staff so that we can maintain our quality and on-time delivery with the most competitive pricing. We are approved vendor to ISRO for their space application programs. So from 1994 onwards, whatever satellites India has launched, complete electrical wiring we have manufactured and supplied. And we are also manufacturing electrical wires cables for Indian fighter aircrafts and helicopters. Apart from that, we also support missile industry and many DRDO labs. So we have electrical conductor manufacturing, copper based manufacturing available in house. We can manufacture starting from 38 WG to 40 gauge, which is very high gauge. And we also have electroplating, silver plating, nickel plating, and tin plating facilities in house to maintain the best quality. We also use high strength copper alloy for ultra fine wire, and we can also use chromal and aluminum conductor for thermocouple applications. We have more than 25 years of experience in tape prep method of different types of insulating material, such as PTFE, polyamide, and composite materials of PTF and polyamide. And apart from that, for high temperature and different types of mechanical abrasion resistance, we also make use of Nomex fiber yarn, siliceous fiber yarn, and fiberglass yarn and fiberglass tapes. This is the basic product category that we are able to manufacture. The first one is polyamide insulated wires and cables. We are the pioneer for this type of material in India, and this is mainly used for onboard application on satellite. This is high vacuum compatible, and the biggest benefit is this is a radiation resistant material. So it can be also used in nuclear applications as well. The second one is MIL 22759. This is the main electrical wires currently used by all of our fighter aircraft such as Tejas, ALH, Dhruv, Rudra, Hansa, Saras, Dornier, Avro, and Chetak helicopter, etc. We also make fire-resistant wires and cables where under the flame you can achieve 100% circuit integrity. This special grade of cables are mainly used for black box application, where it is extremely critical that under the flame the system has to perform. We also make electrical thermocouple extension wires and cables. We also make enameled copper wire or the winding wire, which are used for winding of solenoid valves, transformers, actuators. And what we are manufacturing is conforming to NEMA MW 1000/16C. This is the highest rated grade available in the world, and we are the only manufacturer of this grade in India. This is also radiation resistant and high vacuum compatible. So this is just a basic detailed specification for MIL 81381. Here we can select from lightweight to medium weight different types of insulation, and we can make from 00 gauge to 28 or 30 gauge, which are very fine wire. So these are some of the example of electrical wires. These are mainly used for the onboard application of the satellites and the final stages of the launch vehicle. So like I said, the main benefit of MIL 81381 types of wires is it is a radiation resistant and ultra high vacuum compatible. So even for outer space mission such as Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan, we have supplied this grade of wire. This is very low outgassing and it has a very high life of the material. So for 10 years, 15 years, even under prolonged exposure to very high temperature or radiation, this material will not degrade with the time, and so that it doesn't require any type of maintenance. So mainly it is used for satellites and launch vehicles. In some cases, certain aircrafts and helicopters are also using this. This is the second grade of product, which is MIL 22759 from 80 to 92A. This is mainly applicable for the aircraft industry and the missile industry. This is a lightweight material, but it is also having the benefits of arc track resistant. So all the latest fighter aircraft and helicopters of India are currently being designed and manufactured with these types of wires. These are some of the example of the products. So the
Bhushan,
main
may I
benefit.
interrupt? Basically, we have to kind of quickly go into the key panel thing. So if you can wrap up in a minute, please. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So, like I said, this is mainly used for the aircrafts, helicopters, launch vehicle, and automobile. The fire resistant wire is also mainly used for the critical application of the aircrafts. We also manufacture electrical wires and cables for all the Russian aircrafts that India has imported, such as MiG-21, MiG-29, Su-30. So complete overhauling and maintenance of all the Russian aircraft is supported by our company. And these are all Semilux certified for onboard application. This is a thermocouple extension cable where we can measure from minus 200 degrees centigrade to 1200 degrees centigrade with a very high accuracy. This is for the enameled copper wire. Like I said, this is rated for 240 degrees centigrade continuous application. In short term, this can go up to 450 degrees centigrade. This is also used by all the actuator of our fighter aircrafts, missiles, launch vehicles, as well as onboard application of the satellites. This is resistant to many types of aviation turbine fuels and different types of gases. So we have a full-fledged test facility available in-house for aerospace application, for raw material testing, in-process testing, as well as finished product testing. And we also have environmental testing up to 500 degrees centigrade to minus 65 degrees centigrade. These are some of the special test equipments that we have: arc track resistant, 8000 voltage negative impulse test, fire resistant, thermo EMF measurement, smoke emission, etc. So our company is certified by Semilux for fighter aircraft, DGCA for civil aviation aircraft, ISRO for onboard application of satellites and launch vehicle. And we are also having AS 9100 and ISO 9001 2015. So these are some of the projects that we have supported. So InSat, IRS, IRNSS, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, more than 100 satellites we have supported. All the launch vehicles, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV. In terms of fighter aircraft, LCA, Tejas, Dornier, Saras, IJT, HJT trainer, MiG, Sukhoi, Hansa, Saras, and also all the helicopters of ALH, Rudra, Dhruv, Cheetah, Chetak, even Sea King and Sea Harrier for the naval application. And we also supply to UAVs for Nishant and Rustam and other platforms. So from 1992 onwards, we have been recognized by ISRO and HL and Air Force for our contribution to indigenization for Indian aviation industry. These are some of the awards that we have received from ISRO as well as from the HL. This is, we also got qualified for the Gaganyaan mission. So complete airframe wiring will be manufactured and supplied by us for Gaganyaan mission as well. And this is from BL Electronics, Warfare and Avionics Division. Thank you. So I again thank you GCCI for providing me this opportunity to showcase our capability. Thank you very much.
Harsha ma'am.
Connect here.
I would like to request Shri Praveen Kumar, DDG DOMW, Department of Defense Production, Government of India, for his address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Government of India, MOD DDP, I would like to thank profusely Gujarat Chambers of Commerce and Industry for organizing this webinar on Make in India initiative and Atmanirbhar Bharat, and an interactive session with the foreign OEMs under the aegis of MOD DDP, and for extending me an invitation to give my address on this occasion. The topic which has been given to me is the opportunities which exist under Make in India initiative and Atmanirbhar Bharat. First of all, we need to understand what actually is Make in India initiative and Atmanirbhar Bharat in the defense sector. The philosophy, the concept itself. It is basically intended to create a robust domestic defense ecosystem to achieve self-reliance and promote exports. Now, how would this be possible? In order to achieve self-reliance and promote defense exports, the Government of India, MOD DDP, has taken a lot of policy initiatives and also introduced several procedural reforms. Now, some of the policy initiatives have been incorporated in the Defense Procurement Procedure, now rechristened as Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020, wherein enabling provisions have been made to give higher preference to procurements from the domestic defense vendors as compared to imports which had taken a precedence in the past few years. Now, I'll just read out some of the provisions which have been incorporated in the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020, which would be enabling provisions to give a big push to this Atmanirbhar Bharat Make in India initiative. Number one, for procurement cases where the estimated cost is not exceeding rupees 100 crores year based on delivery schedule at the time of seeking AON, or rupees 150 crores, whichever is higher, to encourage the startups, MSMEs, and build industrial ecosystem, the recognized startups, MSMEs in the relevant fields may be considered for issue of RFP. The second thing, in the defense offset guidelines, I'm handling that as DDG DOMW, provision of 1.5 multiplier as incentive has been provided for procurement of eligible products and services listed in the annexure to the defense offset guidelines by the foreign OEMs from the Indian vendors if they procure the same from the MSMEs. Third,
projects under the make categories with procurement not exceeding rupees 100 crore per year based on delivery schedule at the time of seeking event will be earmarked for MSMEs. Now, a very important mechanism of achieving self-reliance and Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, is through the policy on defense offsets, which is a part of the defense acquisition procedure. Now, under defense offsets, there are, in the previous session also I said, there are basically few avenues of offset discharge. One is direct purchase of products and services or executing export orders. Second is FDI, that is foreign direct investment. Now, under the liberalized FDI regime, under the liberalized FDI regime, you have through the automatic route and through the government route. Third is your transfer of technology, which was earlier called investment in kind. Now, transfer of technology is in two categories: transfer of technology to the Indian private industry and transfer of technology to the DPSUs and DRD. There are graded multipliers in the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020, and the basic objective of this is to leverage capital acquisitions to attract investment and technology. Next, the other provisions which are there is you have the two immunization lists, the positive immunization list 101, 108, that is 209 items. And under these positive immunization lists, the procurements would be made under the Make in India categories. If you see the defense acquisition procedure, the highest priority has been given to the Buy Indian IDDM, then it's Buy Indian, and the last in the list of priority is Buy Global. That means import is will be allowed only when other options have been ruled out, when there is no scope for procurement from domestic defense industry. So under this immunization list, these 209 items and more could come, you have huge opportunities of teaming up with the foreign OEMs. How? Because as far as the immunization lists are concerned, the bigger players, they would be mainly concentrating on the platforms, systems, equipments. Now, as far as assemblies, sub-assemblies, components are concerned, they would definitely be sourcing this from the smaller players, most of whom are MSMEs. As all of you know, there are more than 12,000 MSMEs in the defense sector, and the government is doing a lot to bolster the MSMEs, give a big hand of support to them. Under the offsets also, where the foreign OEMs are having about 50 ongoing offset contracts and offset obligations more than $9 billion to discharge, there also immense opportunities exist for the Indian defense industry to be Indian offset partners of these foreign OEMs. As on date, we already have a list of more than 200 Indian offset partners selected by the foreign OEMs in the various offset contracts, which has been uploaded on the DRO offset portal. Now, the criteria, my friends from the foreign OEMs, the foreign companies, they are here on the screen. I can see them. They would be in a better position to tell the criteria of selection of Indian offset partners. But as far as I understand, the determinants would be mainly the capability and the capacity. The capability of the Indian industry to absorb technology from them if they are transferring technology, or their capabilities under Make in India, where they would have already, manufactured the products, the established manufacturers, and are in a position to meet the requirements of the foreign OEMs as far as the technical specifications are concerned, as far as the commercial considerations are there. So these factors are normally taken for selection as IOPs. Now, for the MSMEs also, whom ASDP sir has been telling in most of the meetings that they are shining stars of the Indian defense industry. For the MSMEs, in order to encourage them, we are organizing one national MSME conclave and 3 state MSME conclaves through the industry associations, SIDM and FICCI, and other industry associations also, PhD chambers also, Bharat chambers also. So this year, one national MSME conclave was organized by SIDM on 4th December in New Delhi, and the state MSME conclave, one was organized by FICCI on 26th December at Ahmedabad, where I was representing TDP there. I had made a presentation also there. The other one was organized by PhD chambers, 24th January, and one by Bharat chambers, that was on 24th November. So we are making several efforts from the side of MOD DDP to help the Indian defense industry. Apart from the policy reforms, there are a lot of procedural reforms also. Like in order to enable, facilitate offsets, the entire process of offsets has been streamlined and made online. On 1st November 2019, the DOMW offset portal was introduced. Now all proposals, all claims from the foreign OEMs, earlier they used to submit us voluminous documents. Mr. Anurag is here on the screen. They used to submit us, voluminous documents, 20 volumes, 25 volumes, where logistics itself was a major challenge. How to get the documents, transported from where they were submitted to the South Block and from there to the CGDA. So now everything is online. The claims are submitted online. Their preliminary examination by DOMW is done online, and the audit by CGDA is also done online. After that, whatever acceptance is there, whatever credit is assigned, everything is online. So it's end-to-end online system. As far as the proposals are concerned, the proposals also are submitted by the foreign OEMs online. Everything is uploaded on the portal. We examine it very quickly, and disposal is done very expeditiously. So earlier, and the foreign OEMs will support me, earlier the proposals which they used to submit or the claims they used to submit, it used to take 6 months, 1 year. But with the operationalization of the DOMW offset portal, all these online claims, they are generally getting cleared within the month, a maximum 1.5 to 2 months. The another thing is the proposals which they were submitting manually, there was a lot of correspondence in that, a lot of letters were there, a lot of meetings, everything were there. But now all the proposals are coming online through the offset portal. Examination is done online. The procedures have been streamlined. The checking of documents also, with the directions of ASDP sir, the checking of documents have been reduced. However, the government interests are always safeguarded. So we are doing everything through that portal, and within a month or maximum couple of months, although we have 3 months for final decision on the proposal, provided the complete documents have been submitted by the foreign OEMs, we give the clearance in 1.5 to maximum 2 months, well within the stipulated time period. So that has increased the efficiency, accountability, and transparency. Now, and we are having a lot of interactions with the foreign OEMs at the level of ministry. And one of the duties of DOMW, as defined in the defense offset guidelines, is to arrange an interface between the foreign OEMs and the Indian defense industry, which we are doing, which we have always been doing. There is a DOMW facilitation cell in Bell Office Co Complex, Lodi Road, New Delhi. That is a place where we have one-to-one interaction with the foreign OEMs, even with the Indian industry people. Whenever they come, whenever they seek policy clarifications from us, they require some clarity on any issue which has got stuck up. And as far as the, solving contractual issues of the foreign OEMs, we are always discussing and resolving these. So this is all part of the ease of doing business philosophy of the government of India. Now, seeing the immense capabilities which exist in the Gujarat defense industry, which has come out in the presentations made by the reps recently, I am sure the foreign OEMs would like to interact with the Indian industry. Right now, they've been, concentrating only on a few pockets where they have, identified and selected the IOPs based on their capability, because they were under the impression that, the defense industries has grown up only in these areas. But seeing the presentation of these three companies, which the Gujarat Chamber has made just now, I'm sure the foreign OEMs would like to have increased bilateral interactions with the Gujarat Chambers also, apart from the members of the other association or the defense companies located in other areas, and they would definitely like to forge business ties with them. So I would request the Gujarat Chambers, the companies, and the foreign OEMs to kindly increase the interactions with these companies. We have the DEF Expo scheduled from 10th to 13th March at Gujarat, Gandhinagar, and Bandhan event is one of a very important events as far as the industry is concerned. I'm looking after that event also, and I would definitely request and expect that significant MOUs would be planned for signing during the Bandhan event between the foreign OEMs and the Gujarat defense companies and the other defense companies also. And amongst the Gujarat defense companies, they would have increased B2B interactions with the other defense companies also, who are already established players in this area. So I have nothing more to say. There will be a question answer session also. There will be an interactive session with the foreigners, which I would be, moderating. So some of the issues will come up during that session also. So once again, I would like to thank the Gujarat Chamber for giving me an opportunity to address this August gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Praveen Kumarji. I think we are all so much enthused by your involvement in creating this program. And I believe we are having the utmost advantage of this opportunity to interact with the foreign OEMs here. I'm so glad that the major foreign OEMs are amongst us, and we have this chance and privilege to interact with them and can take this forth in future. And I think, Praveen Kumarji, why don't we start with the panel discussion now? And do you think the introduction of FOEMs is can be done now? You have to unmute yourself. You are on mute, sir. So you are on mute. Can you unmute yourself? Not being able to hear you.
I'll request the foreign OEMs to kindly introduce themselves one by one. Lockheed Martin, rep of Lockheed Martin. Mr. Partha, are you there? Okay, rep of Boeing, Mr. Anurag.
Yes, good afternoon and good evening to everyone. My name is Anurag Verma. I look after the international strategic partnerships in Boeing, and I have been with the company for the last 10 years. So I have seen a lot of growth in the Indian supply chain ecosystem, which I will be happy to share when the panel discussion is moderated. Thank you.
BAE Systems, Mr. Kamaldeep Sanan.
So I'm good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kamal Sanan. I head business development and offsets for BAE Systems. Been part of this organization for the last decade or so, and like my colleagues here, we are also interacting with a number of companies pan India. and a number of them come from Gujarat. So happy to be here and take part in this discussion. Thank you.
Then Dassault Aviation.
Yeah, good evening, sir, Praveen sir, and everyone. I'm Group Captain Bosai, the offset manager for Dassault Aviation in India. I'm also the point of contact for all the offset related work in India. I look forward to exploring possibilities with Gujarat.
Group Captain Bosai, please speak a little louder. You're not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Okay. I was just mentioning that I'm the point of contact. I'm Captain Bosai. I'm the point of contact for Dassault Aviation in India, and I look forward to interaction with any possibilities of tie-up with the Gujarat companies.
MBDA. Mr. Boris, MBDA.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am here. I don't know if you can hear me. You can hear me and you can see me.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes, I am Boris Polomiak. I am the head of MBDA in India. We are also offset activities in India, all across India, but not that much in Gujarat. We will be, of course, in DEF Expo in all 5. So we welcome all the Gujarati and Indian companies to visit our booth. We will have a full dedicated of industrial team available for interaction during this show. Thank you.
Alice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Air Vice Marshal Pradeep Singh. I'm the Director of Offsets of Thales India in Delhi. Thales is a very old company in India. We're here since 1953, and we have been supporting the needs of the Indian Defence Forces since then. We already have plenty of Indian partners who we are already working with. Let me say something to the tune of 30 already who are active, and another maybe 15 or 20 who are potential. Lately, I think we have exported nearly 500 million euros worth of exports we have already done in the defense area, and looking forward to doubling this in the next 5 years. So as you can see, we have a lot of work to be done in India, especially with respect to sourcing of defense products and services. And we look forward to meeting you all in Gandhinagar next month, and maybe exploring and finding some more good partners there. Thank you very much.
Airbus. Ms. Shweta Murli, Airbus.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Perfect. Airbus in India, we've always had a very strong footprint, whether it's on the commercial side, we have a strong engineering presence here. We're very actively engaged with the aerospace ecosystem. We've enjoyed a very good relationship with ISRO as well in the past. And now with the recent signing of the C295 contract, we're really looking forward to stepping up our engagements on the defense side. We've already been actively reaching out proactively. We've had a lot of proactive outreach happening with Indian industry, and we are really looking forward to DEF Expo and to hopefully meeting most, if not all of you there. And then maybe I'll go into other details later during the Q&A session.
Saffron, Mr. Gaurav Sharma, Saffron.
Good evening, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
My name is Gaurav Sharma and I'm Director of Offsets for Saffron. We guys are a strategic partner to India for over 65 years in the field of aerospace, defense, and space for civil aircraft, military aircraft, helicopters, and space propulsion. I definitely look forward, to the interaction with the suppliers. and we'll be participating in the DEF Expo, and we really look forward to meeting you all. Thank you.
Rafael Israel. Rafael Advanced Defense System Israel. IAI Israel.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. So my name is Erez Leffler. I'm an offset manager on behalf of Rafael Israel, and of course we are we would like to explore the opportunity of presenting in Gujarat, and we also have in India a well-established supply chain for now. And but I think also in Gujarat we have to go further and learn the details. We've got to make cooperation in the future. Thanks.
IAI.
Good evening.
IAI.
Yeah. My name is
Yes.
Eli. Good evening India time. Good afternoon Israel time. By the way, in Israel today already started the weekend. Friday is not a working day in Israel. But when Praveen Kumar write to me, I never say no. So I'm happy to participate in this meeting. I'm adding corporate offset organization to India. IAI is very well established in India already, working with corporations with more than 100 IOPs, trained them, development, got experience with them. Unfortunately, to this specific meeting, in our current project that we have in India, we have fulfilled already more than 85% of our obligation. Waiting for a few mega projects to come in, and then there is always room and a place for new subcontractors in India or new IOP, at least for competition reasons. I will be participating in the DEF Expo in Gujarat, and all those participants in this meeting and from all over India are very welcome to meet me there and to present themselves. And every time I'm coming to those DEF Expo or India, I find new vendors, use them, and it is a very good opportunity to meet me there and for me to meet the Indian vendors. Good evening.
Elbit Systems. Mr. Shai, are you there? Elbit Systems? Nobody. Okay, James Fisher Defense Limited.
So yes, this is Barry McMahon representing JFD today. For those of you who don't know, JFD's business is in underwater capability, serving the defence and commercial markets in areas of diving and submarine hyperbaric rescue.
Ma'am, please switch on your video camera. You are not visible. Ma'am, you're not visible. Kindly switch on your video camera.
It's working?
Yeah. Now
Hello,
you're visible.
you can hear me and see me? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so as I was saying, JFD's business is in underwater capability, primarily in diving, submarine and hyperbaric rescue. I'm pleased to have joined today. Thank you to those who have presented. It's been very informative, and we look forward to hearing more about opportunities to collaborate and potentially identifying some new IOPs. So thank you.
So I think all the foreign OEMs reps who are present here, they've introduced themselves. So Ms. Varsha, what I would request you that we can, the Indian industry which are present here, the Gujarat chambers and the defense companies from the other states also, I mean, they would definitely like to, ask some questions from the foreign OEMs. They would like to know their roadmap or the action plan of the foreign OEMs, how they would like to promote the Make in India initiative and the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and how they would like to increase their bilateral interactions with the Indian defense companies to not only to achieve self-reliance here, but also to promote defense exports. What would be the B2B interaction mechanism they would be interested in? So these are the areas which normally the Indian defense industry is interested in. So I think the Indian defense industry, the Indian companies who are present here, the reps, if they want, they can, they can ask questions from the foreign OEMs. They are most welcome. Miss Vasha, would that be fine?
That would be great. I think so. I open up this if we do have any question from industry side, or else Praveen Kumarji, we can also help build up the dialogue whenever necessary, I think.
Yeah, first you can pose your question to the foreign OEMs, and in the end, we would like to hear from them what is their action plan or roadmap. First, you kindly, whether you must be having questions for these, because companies, the Indian defense companies, they are very keen, to have, get selected as Indian offset partners of the foreign OEMs. They should be looking towards the gentleman and the lady sitting here on the screen rather than towards me, because the proposals come from the foreign OEM, not from me. So they are interested in offsets, they are interested in JV, they are interested in TOT, they are interested in FDI, they are interested in make free, all the routes which are available, all the mechanisms, all the provisions which are enabling provisions which are there in the DAP. I'm sure my friends from the Indian defense industry, they are available in all these routes, all these options. So I would request you all, one by one, to please put your questions before the foreign OEMs. They are here. This is an interactive session. Please.
Yes, I would like to speak something. This is Janak Nanavati from Urja.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay, fine.
But please be brief, because we have,
sure. No, we are engaged in the manufacture of technical textiles, and we are into fiberglass, aramid, carbon, and we are also into making of counter-woven socks for radomes for missiles. Now, having established ourselves in India, we would like to export our products to foreign countries. So that is one avenue which we are looking forward to. That's all. Technical textiles.
Is this question for all the foreign OEMs, or you would like any
for foreign companies? Not a question, just information that we are into these textiles. If somebody wants, we can always supply. We are making fabric as per international specifications, that is Japanese, German, Russian, American, British, and Indian.
Yeah.
Any specific question?
Yeah, I have one question from Mr. Nanavati.
Yes.
At gliders, we do require special fabrics for manufacture of parachutes.
Yeah.
So, how can we contact you with our specifications, and you can examine whether you can supply these fabrics?
No, we don't make for parachutes. We make only fiberglass. The parachutes are mainly made from nylon.
Yeah, nylon you are not into?
No, the Kusumgar. You can contact Kusumgar. They are very big into nylon.
Okay, right.
Any specific questions
I'm
for
sure
the foreign OEM?
a lot of defense companies who are who are participating in this webinar, they would like to forge business ties with the foreign OEMs.
So, so there's this general
Nobody's
question.
asking any question, related to this. No questions for the foreign OEMs.
No, basically, industry would have very product-specific question, but broadly, when it comes to building up a relationship with a foreign OEM, I think it's a general question that how do you go ahead with it, and what's the current status like when the channels are opening up and there is a liberalization in this particular sector. So, are there real JVs and TOTs happening? So, what is the current status? If Lockheed Martin or Boeing or someone can add information into it, that what exactly is happening? What's the real status? That are you really opting for Indian partners? Are you doing some real work here?
Hi, Varsha. This is Partha here.
Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Partha, you joined.
Yeah, I was there very much. I think I was unable to unmute myself.
Please first introduce yourself.
Thank you. This is Partha from Lockheed Martin. I'll go for the answer straight away. What right now you asked. So most of the foreign OEMs, I don't want to speak for everyone.
Others are requested to kindly mute themselves.
So we all of us here are more than a decade here. Lockheed Martin has opened up 2 Indian subsidiaries, and we have 2 JVs here. One JV is manufacturing the empennage for C-130J. Other JV is manufacturing helicopter cabins, presently into precision parts also.
Please mute Sandeep Khopkar.
Mr. Sandeep Khopkar, please mute yourself. Mr. Sandeep.
GCCI admin, can you help muting Mr. Sandeep, please?
Yes, ma'am, we unmuted. You can continue.
Thank you. So I think foreign OEMs do explore opportunities for closer collaboration. We have done it. For partnership, it includes everything, all the key initiatives like Digital India.
Plus ni sign to હતી. But મોકલ જો લેવું ના કે તમે 5 થી બતાવી.
Host, can you mute yourself? You're audible.
So as part of the larger commitment to enhance growth and development, I think Lockheed Martin has already sponsored and supported Indian startups even with various departments like Science and Technology, India-US Science and Technology Forum, FICCI, all other chambers, SIDM, and we have roped in Stanford Graduate School of Business, ICTU, University of Texas. So all these are, on resonating the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Startup India call or the Make in India call. The initiative has been supported. The key, I should say, key numbers that we have already achieved, as somebody mentioned, we have already gone more than $600 million of exports. We have given key technologies to companies like Ashok Leyland, who are producing a light specialist vehicle today. We are looking forward to bring in major projects. If you know about the F-21 program, which is like an unmatched Make in India opportunity, and it can strengthen the Indian path to advanced air power future. It will also address Indian Air Force unique requirements to integrate India's world's largest fighter aircraft ecosystem with the world's most preeminent defense company, that's Lockheed. So Lockheed and Tata would produce the F-21 in India. That's a great opportunity we are looking for. MS-60R, which is the latest thread in the stories of Lockheed Martin and US-India partnership. It's the largest program that Lockheed Martin in India is supporting by the United States government and foreign military sales. Under the MS-60R, we are yet to provide vital capability to the Indian Navy in the Indo-Pacific region. The US Navy, its MS-60R presence with the international partners are committed to operate the MS-60R for next 30 years in India. As for the offset, we are looking forward for various sourcing projects as well as TOT transfers. We are looking forward for investments, and we will expand our footprint in India. The focus is on developing strategic collaborations. Hope that answers your question, Barsha.
It does, thank you. And do you have any specific thoughts on Gujarat, the MSMEs of Gujarat, or you have an experience working here?
Experience of working in Gujarat, I was myself part of the Make in India team heading defense. So I'm very well aware of what Gujarat offers. Absolutely clear in my mind. But I'm looking forward to talk more about that while I'm there in the Defense Expo. I'm thinking of meeting more and more MSMEs, more and more industries, and definitely look forward how we can collaborate more in Gujarat. As far as FDI is concerned, we will see how we can integrate one of the platforms here.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure. Sure, go ahead, please.
Who was that? We are not able
I am
to.
Jatin Thakkar, High Tech Investment Castings.
Yes, please. Go on.
I have a question for Mr. Praveen Kumar. Good evening, sir. We have a lot of defense supplies from Russia, but there is no presence of Russian offset, Russian buying. Is there no obligation on the Russian side to buy from India? This is a question.
I am handling the Russian offset contracts, and they also have got huge offset obligations. But as I mentioned earlier, their team is down with COVID. So
Okay.
we had a session some 2-3 days back also. They couldn't participate because they are not in a position, to participate. So they've already spoken to me. That's why they're not available.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Miss
Hello, I
Varsha,
have a question.
Miss Varsha,
Yes. Yes, Praveen Kumarji.
what I feel, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, what I feel, I think we should slightly, change the format of the interactive session. Let's go one by one. Like, if anybody, let's go OEM by OEM. Number one, uh, does anybody have any question for Lockheed Martin, Mr. Partha? Or next we'll go to Mr. Anurag Boeing. Otherwise, people will be, posing, generic questions. So let's go OEM by OEM. Anybody has any question for Mr. Partha Rai Chaudhary, Lockheed Martin?
So I have a general question for
Okay.
all the foreign OEMs.
Okay.
Hello, this is Shruti Andurkar. We are a casting manufacturer firm in Gujarat. We manufacture up to 15-ton single-piece casting. Is there any sourcing platform from foreign OEMs where the Indian industry can explore foreign OEM requirements and can collaborate for further supply chain? Is there any such sourcing platform available where we can explore what are exact the requirements?
This is Partha. I wish we have something like that. I think we are from more than 20 countries out here, so wish we could collaborate that way. But maybe ask Mr. Praveen to have something in India. We can definitely support.
Okay.
Any other thoughts on this? If any other OEM present here would like to contribute on this topic?
Yeah, there is one more thing. This is again Janak Nanavati from Urja Products, Ahmedabad. Technical textiles once again. See, there's a lot of requirement for carbon fabrics pre-pregs, if you understand what I'm saying, pre-pregs, with an epoxy coating. And nobody is making these pre-pregs in India. So if we would like to, have some partnership with someone like Excel and make in India out here with their know-how and knowledge. Today, everything is being imported in cold storage all the way by air. And we are paying a high price, our Indian industry, our Indian defense. If this is made in India, we would like to participate.
Any foreign you would like to respond on this?
I don't want to bore people, but let's go for specific. I'll tell you the orders are very less. What you are dealing with, you need a bigger order to actually operate. So there is a challenge for us. For us foreign OEMs, I handle the supply chain a bit. So when we are placing orders, we cannot put all my eggs in one basket. So it cannot be as big as possible. If I order you a smaller quantity, you won't be able to supply me at the rate which I'm looking forward to. That's the challenge here, sir.
Correct. That's absolutely right. Those are the challenges. How to overcome those challenges? Shall India continue to import forever this particular item?
Maybe we can think about that later, but that's the quick answer is that we cannot. That's not the volume here right now. I think
I know that.
You see, let us be very clear. For any Indian business entity to have a tie-up with a foreign OEM, you will definitely have to look at the aspects of volume, viability, and criticality. Because unless you have volume and viability, you won't have a business case. And without a business case, I don't think any foreign OEM would like to, part TOT to you. Because you also need sufficient, orders for that. So these are some of the, determinants for a business case. And without a business case, you can't have, any B2B interactions with them.
True. Anyway, we'll see you in Gandhinagar, of course.
Yeah, sure. Next question.
Yeah, I'm having one question. I'm Ramesh Babu. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I am Ramesh Babu. I stay in Anand in Gujarat. And already I'm working in a couple of projects for the defense, especially for the Navy. I am an independent consultant, mainly for the pumps and etc. So I want to work for foreign OEMs also, if at all they are developing certain specialized pumps for the naval applications, etc. So is there any platform to approach them?
Yeah, you see, as far as, interface with the foreign OEMs is concerned, for offsets, it is Don W Facilitation Cell and the DD Don W. For exports, it is the Export Promotion Cell. There you have to contact Mr. Sanjay Marishi. He's DD Exports. Earlier, I was handling both the portfolios, but now Mr. Sanjay Marishi is looking after exports. So you will have to interact with him for exports. And if for export authorizations are required, then you will have to interact with Ms. Urmila Rawat, DSDIP. But for offsets, I am always aware. For offset critical components, I am always aware. Offsets, critical components, critical materials. These are the areas I am handling. For if you want any discussions, we can have it in the DOMW facilitation cell. Scope Complex, Lodi Road, Bell Office, New Delhi.
Because already I have designed some main circulating pump for the naval application, for critical application. Feed condensate booster transfer pumps already I have designed, that is through a vendor actually for the naval applications. So similar applications, if anything is there, especially for the foreign countries, for the Navy, etc., I am ready to work for them.
No, you are basically looking from the export point of view.
Yes.
For export,
services export point of view. Services export.
Yeah, because
basically
I have
design
handled
as
export
well
for
as
about a year.
finite element analysis, CFD, etc.
Are you registered with the DEF Exim portal?
No.
There is a DEF Exim portal, so kindly get yourself registered on that. It is an online registration process, very smooth process. Kindly get yourself registered on that. So on the DEF Exim portal, you get whatever export leads we receive from the foreign countries through our defense attaches or from other sources. We disseminate them to all those who are registered, to the Indian defense industry who are registered on the DEF Exim portal through that portal only. So once you get the lead, you will be in a position to respond to the queries or the RFPs which are issued by the foreign countries.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yeah. So from the exports point of view, you have to look at. But if you are, you want B2B, ties with the foreign OEMs as far as offsets are concerned, as far as capital acquisitions are concerned, then you have to come to us.
Okay.
For offsets, you have to come to me. For acquisition, you have to go to the acquisition wing.
Okay.
To the officers, to the JSN acquisition managers. So there are different divisions, different departments in the ministry handling different areas.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Next question.
Yeah, sir. My name is Sagar Agarwal. I'm from Sandeep Metal Craft, Nagpur. The question is for all foreign OEMs. We are largest manufacturer of ammunition fuses in India. We have been in the industry for 32 years and we are making all fuses from 23 mm till 155 mm caliber. We are also making all the hardware required for electronic fuses, including safe and arm device. So I just wanted to know how we can get in touch with the foreign OEMs who have a requirement for components and inputs that are required in ammunition fuses.
Mr. Sanan, would you like to respond on this? Mr. Kamal Sanan?
Yeah, so I think our team is already in touch with Sandeep Metalcraft, and you are one of our Indian offset partners on the offset program. So I'll suggest let's take this offline if there is any other specific requirement. Thank you.
Right. With BAE, we are already in touch. If I can talk to the person in Thales.
Yeah, AVM Pradeep. AVM Pradeep.
Yeah, Thales is basically sourcing electronic components from here. Okay. So I'm not sure whether fuses is really what we need.
Okay. Mr. Pradeep, can I discuss with you offline if I could get your contact details?
Definitely. Give me a call on 8586-932-887.
Okay. Thank you.
Just one small point here. Actually, I have created a WhatsApp group of Indian defense companies. So some requests have come. They want the mobile numbers of the foreign OEM reps who are here. So I have told them without your prior consent, I can't share your mobile number with them in that group. So if you permit, then only I can share in that group. Because they would like to interact with you all, one-to-one interaction.
Am I audible?
No, you're not audible. Please switch on your mic.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is Ankit from Investment and Precision Castings Limited. And my question is for Mr. Partha.
No, Mr. Piyush, you are not audible. I can't hear you.
You have to be a bit louder, Ankit.
Hello. Is it fine now?
Yeah, slightly
Yeah,
better.
so my question is for Mr. Patha from Lockheed Martin. We are the manufacturer of the investment castings, and for becoming a supplier to Lockheed Martin, we have registered in their online supplier portal since I think 1.5 years back. But still, we have not received any update or any feedback on that. But the question is there any other way to approach Lockheed Martin, or how we can get penetrate to Lockheed Martin as a supplier?
Hi, Piyush. So I think you have done the right thing that you have registered yourself in Podio. I think Podio is the platform we have. There has to be a demand here for the product that you are manufacturing. We have seen your profile, and definitely when there is a demand, we will come back to you and definitely will visit you.
Thank you, sir.
Nobody has any question for Mr. Anurag from Boeing. He's got huge offset obligations.
Hello.
Mr. Poshine, Mr. Anurag, Mr. Boris, Mr. Ali, they have all got huge offset obligations. Surprisingly, no question for them.
Hello, sir. Good evening. I am Prashant Gandhi from Siddhi Engineers, Ahmedabad. We are aluminum precision drawn tube manufacturers with aerospace certification and are a supplier to various Indian defense organizations and space organizations like BrahMos, DRDO, ISRO, etc. We are looking forward to having opportunity to supply to Boeing, Airbus and IAI. How do we connect so that during the exhibition at DEF Expo, we are able to get into minute details about your requirements? Thank you.
I'll take that question, Mr. Prashant. At DEF Expo is a great opportunity for you to connect with majority of the foreign OEMs who are out here. Our supply chain teams will also be there. For example, in Boeing, we have a supply chain head of India. He will be present there, so you can have that conversation with him. But my advice is, when you're, this is for everybody, it's a general comment. Penetrating into a foreign OEM supply chain is a very difficult task. There are so many suppliers, so many companies who want to work with us, and our goal in India is the same as yours. Like, we want to grow the supply chain for our companies in India. But there has to be a demand. There has to be a value proposition, most importantly, right? So while offsets are there today, but like Praveen sir said, we also have to look at business viability going forward beyond offsets. So when you are coming to DEF Expo and meeting with us and visiting our booths and engaging with our supply chain teams, bring out that value proposition that you will bring to the table. Do some homework, because we are going to get a lot of requests. So what will differentiate you? What will stand you out from the different companies? That's my advice.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just want to also take a moment to just highlight the journey. I mean, for some, there was a question previously asked by Varsha. What's been the journey like? So I will share with you. Just in the last 5 years, we have quadrupled our sourcing efforts from the country. Boeing today is sourcing in excess of $1 billion annually from the country. That's a lot of money. So, and not everything we source is for offsets. There are value propositions. There is other things that we source for. So my advice is, again, going back, bring that value proposition. Just in numbers, I'll share. We used to be around 120 suppliers in our supply chain in 2015, 2016. This number today is more than 275. Right? So
Can you also share where do you find gaps? Like where are the lackings broadly? Like where do you think that there's so much of scope of improvement in India sourcing?
Yeah, so again, we have defined certain centers of excellence that we want to grow in the country. There's definitely there was a demand for aerostructures at some point, so we formed our JV, and we partnered with the Tatas to form our JV. The next thing what we are looking at is how do we develop the ecosystem for the next generation fighter aircraft competition that's going to be coming up. So there are so many opportunities, so many different technologies that are going to be needed in country to be able to deliver those. So I'll just say, continue to explore the variety of technologies. Avionics is another area we're very much interested in. Actuation systems are another areas that we are very much interested in. So keep looking out. But I'll just say, if you have the niche, find some value proposition in that, and then bring that to the table for discussions. There are things we can take forward with our organization. And today, we all of us, my friends, my colleagues here, other foreign OEMs, we are sourcing from India, not just for India, but just also for the globe. I mean, C-130J is a great example. Our Apache fuselages we buy in India for the globe. So, so it's important that you recognize that the companies, the foreign OEMs, are investing immensely in the country for not only just for India but for the growth across the globe.
We have Mr. Gaurav Sharma from Safran. Safran is planning huge investments in India. Mr. Gaurav.
Yes,
Mr. Gaurav Sharma is there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. We want to hear something from you also. You have huge investment plans in the country under Make in India initiative.
Yes, definitely. We have huge plans for the country, and you might know we are already JV partners with HAL, where we do the pipes for the CFM and LEAP engines. We've established recently an aerospace cluster out of Hyderabad, where we do high-tech aerospace parts. And, we are forever expanding our supply chain out of India. So we definitely look forward to partners who can support our, subsidiaries based out of India, whether they are in Hyderabad, whether it's our JV with HAL. So there's an opportunity there. I was going through this interaction, and I find that there's some good quality casting players out of Gujarat. I would really love to interact with them, given the opportunity, for the DefExpo. We'll be there. We want to see what you guys can do. This is an avenue which has just opened up for Safran, so please get in touch with us, all the casting suppliers based out of Gujarat. And I agree with what Anurag said. You need to have a value proposition, and Safran being into aero engine, it's basically, the qualification norms are strict. See to it that your certifications are in place. A lot of, guys come to us, and when we put the due diligence, and we find that guys are fantastic, but they're lacking certifications. So it's important that, tick the boxes before you approach us. And there's a lot of hand holding involved. There's a lot of mentoring. It takes a lot of time to develop an aero engine supplier. So have patience. We are here. Our supply chain is growing. We are investing more and more into the country. And, we're looking for, good, able suppliers for our Indian operations. Again, as Anurag said, majority what we source here is for the global market. So you have to have a huge, quality aspect into it. You have to bring a very strong value proposition. It's a tough task, but we support the Indian industry.
Ms. Shweta Murli, your contract, offset contract is going to commence. Your offset discharge, a very high value contract. You must be definitely looking for a lot of, Indian offset partners. So we'd like to hear from you.
Yes, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, not visible. Yeah.
Sorry, my laptop got a little slow there. First of all, I think through the main contract itself for the C295 program, Airbus has, we've demonstrated our commitment to Make in India. And it's not just a commitment so much as also having faith in Indian industry. And I think here I might be echoing my colleagues from some of the other foreign OEMs. And I think it says a lot about the Indian ecosystem that, we've all made a lot of investments in India. We believe in the engineering talent pool available here. And this certainly reflects, our partnership with Tata and how we're looking forward to building an entire ecosystem in India. And a big part of that will, of course, come through our offset obligations as well. We have been sourcing a lot from India in the past as well, even prior to having offset obligations. Of course, that was mostly in the space segment. We've sourced launch vehicle services, etc. And yes, we have. Mr. Kumar, you are privy to the details of our offset contract, and it is quite a sizable obligation that we have to discharge. And we've already been actively engaging with the Indian ecosystem. We will be looking at sourcing, but we are also very keen on engaging in JVs. We're exploring opportunities for TOTs as well. We're open to all of these options, and all of this primarily comes from a inherent faith in the trust in the Indian ecosystem. We are keen to engage in R&D activities as well. We do enjoy a reasonably good relationship with DRDO, and we're hoping that would also extend to the Indian ecosystem. I also just want to take 1 second. I realize in my excitement to talk about Airbus and all of our exciting programs in India, I failed to actually introduce myself. My name is Shweta, and I manage business development for Airbus Defense and Space specifically. Having said that, we do also have a dedicated offset team who will be here during Death Expo. Our procurement team will be present in Gandhinagar as well. And we encourage everybody to, especially like Mr. Anurag Verma said, if you have a solid value proposition, we encourage you to please approach us. We will be more than happy to meet you, understand what you have to offer, and how best we can build a relationship together. We will also be undertaking a lot of our activities in India in close collaboration with Tata, so we will also keep them in the loop. And Tata is clearly quite popular amongst my colleagues as well, so that might also be a worthy inroad to explore to get the business of the foreigners. I will leave it at that, and in case anybody does want to reach out to Airbus, you may drop me a line on the chat here. I can share my email ID, and please do reach out to us for a meeting at Death Expo, general information. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Kamal Sanan, you also have a long list of IOPs. How do you propose to engage with the Indian defense companies as far as offsets are concerned? You also have significant amount of offset obligations pending. Mr. Kamal Sanan.
Yeah, so am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. So talking about BAE systems, see, when FDI in defense was opened up for the private sector in 2001, we were one of the first international aerospace and defense companies to make a direct investment, so to say, in local manufacturing in partnership with Indian industry. So we established a JV with 26% FDI with Mahindra and Mahindra, and that was for design and development of CVs. We also have a JV with HAL, which is BAE HAL in Bangalore for engineering and design services. Talking about partnerships, so partnerships are in our DNA. And like my colleagues, we also believe in partnering with the best-in-class companies to deliver tangible value to our customers across the globe. So talking about 2 flagship programs, one was the Hawk Advanced Jet Trainer. 140 suppliers, have been involved in in-country license production. And currently, we are under contract delivering the M777 India Ultra Light Howitzer, for which we have established first of its kind DCMA audited assembly integration and test facility, which is replicated outside of the US for the first time with Mahindra Defense Systems Limited. And these are all successful demonstrations of our partnership efforts, to co-create for India. We have been developing our supplier partner companies aggressively in India, helping them to become part of the global supply chains. We have an effective and robust supply chain in India. Currently, we have about 80 to 100 suppliers pan-India across various categories and commodities. And almost 50% are MSMEs, and 15% of these come from the state of Gujarat. And it doesn't stop here. The list continues to grow. We are on the lookout for good companies. In last 2 years, we have doubled our supplier spend of the last 5 years, so to say, from the time I have been associated with this program. And we are continuing, and we are confident of continuing this momentum. So going forward, areas of interest, we are focusing on Indian companies who have the desired competency, the capability and expertise, especially in areas of combat vehicles, artillery and air defense systems, ammunition, maritime autonomous systems, space and cyber adjacencies. And would be happy to connect and explore opportunities to create partnership. What do we look for in a partner supplier? I think that was partly covered by Mr. Praveen Kumar. If a company has the right capability, it has the right scale, it can innovate, it can adopt high-level technologies, implement best global practices, it is ready to invest in change. Certainly, it is something that we will be interested in. Thank you.
Ms. Varsha.
Yes, Praveen.
I think we can hear from Mr. Boris also. Mr. Boris has got substantial offset obligations left. Then Mr. Eli also. So we can hear from them also.
Of course.
2 minutes each. Mr. Boris.
Yes.
What are your plans of engagement with the Indian defense companies as Indian offset partners? We have substantial offset obligations pending.
Yes. So we are used to do a lot of collaborations in more than 15 years in India, and we are working on a various principle of partnership. As we are working with PSU like BDL, looking opportunities. We also speaking with BEL and a lot of private players. We have also a joint venture with L&T, which is called L&T MMSL, for which we have operating a factory in another state in the Tamil Nadu. And the target of MBDA as in our sector is very particular, with high quality and low quantity. We are looking for high value projects with a lot of add value. Which means to have a business case associated for high value return on investment and valuable of offset project. So this could be including of TOT and other transfer to India, for which we will be able to have a one-to-one conversation in Gandhinagar next month.
Mr. Eli, one of your offset contracts with huge value, it has just offset discharge has just commenced. So we want to hear from you also. You also have a lot of Indian offset partners. I'm sure you would like to add to your list.
We do add.
So what are your suggestions for them?
Say it again.
What are your suggestions for the Indian defense industry? I'm sure you would be interesting like other foreign OEMs. You would also be interested in adding some of the Indian defense companies as your Indian offset partners.
We are disconnected.
Okay, you're disconnected. Okay. Ms. Varsha, can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me, Praveen?
Yeah, Mr. Yeah. So we wanted to know, actually, there are some Indian defense companies, you would like to add them as your Indian offset partners. You also have a number of offset contracts ongoing. There are a lot of ongoing offset contracts. So what are
wrong. I cannot hear you.
I think
how they should get integrated in the supply chain of the foreign OEMs? You would like to hear from you.
I guess there is a network problem from his side.
Okay. Some connectivity issues are there. So,
here's me. Okay.
Mr. Ali,
What I try to say,
can you hear us? Can you hear me?
I
Okay,
cannot
okay.
hear.
Okay, no
I
problem.
hear you. Yes, I hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Shah, you hearing me? You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you probably can't hear us. You're audible.
Okay. Okay. If you hear me, let me talk. Okay.
Sure,
As
sure.
I mentioned in my previous,
Brief, only 2
as
minutes.
I mentioned in previous, we already fulfill most of our offset obligation in India to put it in the system.
No, you're
You
pending
hear
ones,
me?
not what you've done. You're pending offset obligation.
Something is wrong. Something is wrong with the system. Ms. Varsha, do you hear me?
I do. I think you can try switching off your video and talk. Maybe that can work.
Okay. Now you hear me?
Yes, we do. Thank you.
Okay. So let me go back to my previous words, which I already mentioned, that most of we have a huge, I agree with Mr. That we have a huge obligation in India, already fulfilled about 85% of it. Part of it is still on those stages of clarify, but we already done, as I said, 85% from this huge obligation. Now we are looking towards Make in India in order to go into it. We are in kind of stages for joint ventures with some government companies like AL and Bell for future contracts. And we already have some negotiations with the private industry to go to do some joint ventures and to invest money, especially in those defense corridors in Tamil Nadu and in Uttar Pradesh, in order to establish new factories that will run by us in order to go and to feed in Make in India. As I mentioned, I'm going to participate DEF Expo, and all Indian manufacturers are invited to meet me there to introduce themselves. When you approach our booth there, when you see a line, which means it's me in the end of the line, so please be patient, and I promise to meet everyone who wants to meet me. Did you hear me? Because I cannot hear you.
Yes, we could hear you. Thank you so much.
Okay, good.
Praveenji, we can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Mr. Partha, are you there? Okay. So I think Ms. Varsha, we can finally, ask one of the foreign OEMs their, final suggestions for the Indian defense industry. Their final suggestions for the Indian defense industry, and particularly the Gujarat companies who are new in the defense and aerospace sector. Though they have immense capabilities and capacities, they have made some presentation here, a very good presentation. So your general suggestions for the Indian defense industry, how to get integrated into the supply chain of foreign OEMs, and specific suggestions for the Gujarat defense industry. Your final remarks, Mr. Anurag.
Yes, I would say, say the same thing again, please come and visit us at the booth. We will have our supply chain team there, and I will be there as well. So, we'll be happy to introduce you to them. But, do your little bit of homework, if you will, just gather some intel. A lot of information is out there on our Boeing India website. So, the areas we are looking at to grow in India, what our presence is. So bring your value proposition, have that discussion, and then, we can take it forward. I mean, just because, you've seen the tremendous growth over time, these companies that are now part of Boeing supply chain, they were like you at some point looking to connect, but now they are part of the supply chain. So that's something that you would do. And just for the Gujarat state, I will say that in from a Boeing perspective, our journey of increasing our presence in Gujarat began at Vibrant Gujarat, about 3 years back. So we already have IOP from the state of Gujarat, from Ahmedabad, Jaywell. They're already our Indian offset partner. They already have a contract with us. We're already engaging and having some discussions with IPCL and with Damboli Castings. So there are discussions going on from Boeing with the industry in Gujarat. I'll encourage you to also do the same, and that expo presents a great opportunity. Thank you.
Ms. Varsha, would you like to conclude the session or some questions from your side?
Yeah, I have a question, Mr. Praveen. I just wanted to shoot it out to Mr. Anurag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Anurag. This is Sai from Newcon Aerospace. Yeah, I understand that so Boeing is trying to set up an ecosystem just like how they did for aerostructures in terms of actuation systems. So I'm from Newcon Aerospace, primarily focused on motion controls and actuation systems. We have been in the market from 35 years. And as you said, like we'll be just trying to connect with you on DefExpo. Is it a good idea to exchange our company profile to you? If you can share us your mail ID so that we'll be fix up something in the DefExpo and have a productive meeting there.
Absolutely. I have somebody who connected with me from Newcon, so I'll send you my contact information as well.
Sure. Thank you, Mr.
Any more question? Gujarat Chambers, would you like to ask question from the foreign OEMs? Gujarat Chambers, we have had very few questions from your side.
No, sir. Thank you.
Sir, can I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I am from AM Designs group of company, and we have been in business of advanced manufacturing of complex and precision lead components. And we also specialize in manufacturing and development of advanced electronic systems and test systems for the weapon systems and cable harnesses and panel assemblies. We are the offset Indian partner to many OEMs mainly in the US and Europe, and mainly in Israel with Elbit system and Rafale systems. But with this platform, we would like to be a part of the offset partner to the many. I see that to BAE Systems or Lockheed Martin, or we can be a tier 1 offset partner to the Boeing. So with this platform, we would like to get this opportunity to connect with all the OEMs and part of the offset partner.
Praveen sir, I am Group Captain Bose from Drdo. I just wanted to take this opportunity, sir. Can you hear me, sir? I am Group Captain Bose.
Yeah, sure. We have the maximum offset obligations.
Oh, yes.
I was wondering why you were keeping quiet.
No, sir, absolutely. I think Boris misunderstood my name as Bose, so he took my opportunity. So I'll take this opportunity to, sort of give an overview of what is it that we are doing and what is it that is expected from the Indian companies, especially from Gujarat area. So to give an overview, sir, Dassault Aviation has in the past really invested hugely in India through FDI, through our joint venture at Drdo, that is in Nagpur, and other Indian companies through TOT specifically. Through such cooperations, what we have been able to achieve is we have successfully created brand new production lines for our Falcon 2000 business jets, and for manufacturing Rafale components, Rafale parts, and especially the Rafale roll equipment, the complete part of it. Now, some of these facilities in India not only cater for the requirement of Indian Air Force, but they also cater for other Rafale customers, global Rafale customers, I would say. And so, Dassault Aviation as a long-term strategy for cooperation with the Indian companies is currently looking for exploring new business opportunities, and to expand our Make in India footprint and not only for that, and also for the global aeronautical and defense industrial ecosystems in India. So our canvas is really huge, and we are into this right from skilling right up to the final finished product manufacturing. So we are specifically focusing on creating ecosystems, and we will look forward to interacting with the companies that are wanting to with us. We definitely will be there. There during DefExpo, and we look forward to exploring possibilities with Indian companies that have specific capabilities, capacities, and as our fellow panelists, they also mentioned it's a long-run process. You get to get into the ecosystem. You need to actually go through specific processes. Each company has its own processes. Ours to have stringent quality control and other aspects. As Gaurav also mentioned, that there is this requirement of certifications. So now there is this competing requirements from each states. I would say, put this point as well, because we have this opportunity to go to defense corridors, and now there is this opportunity also to look at other states, including Gujarat, for any new opportunities that might come our way. And since it's a long-term strategy of interacting, cooperating, making a final finished product with the Indian companies, so we definitely look forward. And we, in fact, we have this long-term association with our historic major partners, Thales and Safran. We are committed in India for the last 60 years, and we wish to continue this cooperation for a long time in the future, for which, definitely such platforms that you have created, Praveen sir, in the last few occasions, we have been having a lot of interactions with the Indian companies. That definitely gives us a perspective as to what is it in store for us, and in which way can the foreign OEMs work in a win-win environment and create a winning strategy. And with that, I think we look forward to interacting with the companies, especially during DefExpo, and we would be glad to explore potential business possibilities for implementation in Gujarat. That I thank you, sir, for providing us this opportunity.
You see, with the liberalized FDI regime in the defense sector, now that we have 74% through the automatic route and 100% through the government route subject to national security considerations, I mean, there should be, more and more JVs, because the opportunities are huge now. And in view of the, two positive immunization lists, where procurement for 209 items for a period of years will be through domestic sources. Now, that is only possible when there are JVs, there are TOTs, there are FDIs. Otherwise, how do these items notified under these lists get concretized into contracts? So these are the routes which will have to be explored. Of course, offsets is one of the routes, but there has to be a long-term planning. There has to be short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. So all the Indian defense companies as well as the foreign OEMs, they would have to be plan accordingly. So, Ms. Varsha, would you like to conclude this session now? We've heard everyone.
Good evening, sir. I have just
from the Gujarat defense industry. Ms. Varsha,
am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, I just want to introduce ourselves as a Gujarat-based imaging surveillance company. We were recognized. Actually, I want to introduce our company to all the foreign OEMs. We are a Gujarat-based imaging surveillance company and recognized by Ministry of Defense as the most innovative companies of India in the field of imaging and surveillance systems. And we are into the long-range surveillance systems, and we have developed quite a few platforms here within India under the IDDM category. So we are open for the technology transfer, offset partnership, or any joint venture if there is any requirement for the perimeter surveillance or anti-aircraft guns or various other applications. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's almost time to conclude, and I would take this opportunity to thank you everyone, especially joining from a different time zone and stretching it for a little more than 2 hours. So it's I think thank you so much for this, for sharing and sparing your time. My special thanks goes to ASDP Shri Sanjay Jajuji and DDG Shri Praveen Kumarji here, because I think Praveen Kumarji has put up so much effort in bringing this up and bringing this together. So basically this has been a fantastic opportunity to see all the FOEMs together and talking in a similar language, and this poses a very good starting line for Gujarat industry players from Gujarat who really wants to participate in the tremendous opportunity currently available. And so the challenge thrown to us as Gujarat industry here is mostly on the value proposition. So how well we build our value proposition, how well we portray it, place it, present it, is upon us now. So challenge is already thrown to us. Let's pull up our socks and get ready for the DefExpo. At least there's a loud shout out to everybody here to really participate in your best of abilities in the DefExpo. Let's take this chance to meet all the people present here and directly interact with them offline as well. So, so my request to all of us here that kindly reach out to GCCI. We do have a help desk which can answer most of your questions. If not, then we can make you reach to the people or the contacts who can answer your question. So please make use of the facility which we have at GCCI as a help desk over here. And we are also helping build up the Gujarat Pavilion in DefExpo, wherein it's a special zone for those who comes from Gujarat, the industry players who wants to display something in DefExpo. There is a special place. So do reach out to know more. And I believe this is the best opportunity we have, and it's happening next month. So, and thank you. Thanks a lot again. And so I think broadly 2 questions, which I would like to generally answer is that most of us are asking, how do we reach out to OEMs? How do we know their requirements? I think probably Praveen Kumarji can help us build up some channel or share the contacts through which we can reach out. And we can always visit the facilitation center, which Praveen Kumarji has been talking about. And we definitely as GCCI can take delegations and help build up this bridge.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for participating in this webinar organized by GCCI under the aegis of MOD DDP. There was very useful interactive session in which the foreign OEMs gave their views on how they would like the Indian defense industry to come up, how they would like to engage with the Indian defense industry, particularly as Indian offset partners. Their suggestions are most welcome. And the Indian defense industry also asked very pertinent questions, which they have replied very convincingly. So I would now request both the sides, the foreign OEMs as well as the Indian defense industry, particularly the Gujarat defense companies, to kindly increase our bilateral interactions with the foreign OEMs, try to showcase their capabilities and capacities, your capabilities and capacities. They will be carrying out their capability assessment when their technical teams come here, and try to get offset contracts from them. They have huge offset obligations to discharge. They are definitely looking for good Indian offset partners, because finally the responsibility of offset discharge lies with the foreign OEMs, and if the IOPs default, they would be paying the penalty. So, and moreover, they are also interested in this Make in India, in promoting the Make in India initiative and the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and contributing towards the exports of the country to progressive Indianization in various areas, in the areas of platforms, systems, equipments, critical components, critical materials, FDI exports. So we are all looking forward towards them, and they would definitely, their help would be of immense importance to us, to the Indian defense industry. As far as DDP is concerned, we are organizing webinars from time to time, conclaves, either through the industry associations or through the DPSUs or the 7 new defense companies. In fact, 4 more conclaves on the critical components are scheduled in the ensuing weeks. 3 to be organized by the new defense companies carved out of erstwhile OAB, and 1 by FICCI. So I would request all of you to kindly participate in those conclaves, where we have very focused and outcome-oriented discussions. And after every meeting, I am required to submit an outcome report, which is being monitored at the highest level. Review meetings are being taken and feedback is given to the highest level. So there's a lot of emphasis from the MOD DDP side, from the policy perspective, from the procedural reforms, from the monitoring, from the making the streamlining the system, digitizing a lot of things. We are trying our level best. We are trying to increase the interface between the Indian industry and the foreign OEMs. We are doing our bit. But as far as commercial engagements are concerned, it is between the industries only. So for the commercial engagements, we have no role to play. It is only that the offset proposals which are coming to us, we are evaluating and giving the approvals. If they are compliant to the applicable defense offset guidelines and terms and conditions of the offset contract. So, ladies and gentlemen, then I would like to thank all of you, and I would like to thank the Gujarat Chambers for organizing this webinar very successfully, where we could have the participation of the foreign OEMs, participation of the Indian defense industry, from the private sector, from the 7 new defense companies, from the DPS, and all of them were very actively associated, actively participated in this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.